How did it go?
Well, it's good to have everybody back. We only had, one guy out of the whole group. He had a flight canceled out of Mississippi, so we only had one guy that missed, which that's probably the best in my entire career after coming off of 7 days off with the guys going to the States. So pretty good representation of the character in the room, and unfortunately the practice didn't mimic that. We first half of practice we were pretty sharp, but then the heat kind of got on us, and we were fortunate to get out with the number of reps that we got without any injuries. So again, we can get on to day B now.
Did you have to give these guys any words of advice going into the break, saying, like, don't go crazy, take it easy, try and use the time wisely?
Well, I just told them what day we were going to be back. I let men be men and expect them to do things the right way. And again, we came back today, and I felt very good about the guys at game.
And you had some fun at the end too.
Yeah, we let the big offensive lineman try to catch punts, so that's always something fun to do.
Any hope for any of them?
I didn't see very many that I would want to catch it.
This practice, it seemed you looked like you're working on some basics and some conditioning and stuff.
Yeah.
Are these important practices because you don't get many like these in a season?
Well, what we worked on was the ability to get a release versus man press, and we worked on our pressure man and the ability to get in front of a receiver and put hands on, that type of thing. And we wanted to play some base fronts versus run, and we wanted to work on our bubble and blocking out on the perimeter, all the little things that we've not been overly good at. We went back and tried to review.
Made a lot of changes the last couple of days to the roster. Is this kind of a reset for you moving forward after the first almost third of the season?
Well, we got a couple guys back off the 1, and we got I think it was 3 or 4 guys off the 6 back, and so they've got to be inserted back on the roster, and it's one of those deals where a lot of guys got hurt early, and we're hopefully getting those guys back and can keep them healthy.
The clouds are out now, but it's pretty hot earlier and muggy. Is this one of the days you want to rethink your wardrobe choices?
No, I mean, I love the heat. I wish it was hot like this every daggum day, because it's good for us as a football team to feel the heat and have to have something else to have to work against. And, it was probably, mid-80s today, but there's no humidity here, so it's not like you lose a lot of water.
Yeah, one more wardrobe question if I can. I've been thinking back today. I don't think I've ever seen you wearing a hat. Have you ever worn a hat?
No, I don't. Yeah, I used to wear a ball cap back when I was a high school coach, but I just don't like wearing a cap. I'm not much of a hat guy.
John Ryan joins a group of punters that you already have here at camp. What are your expectations with him, and what did you see today?
Well, I mean, John's a pro. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, he's very consistent, and he's kicked a long time. I mean, the reason he's been doing it is because he's consistent. He does the same things over and over and over and over, and that's kind of what we're needing in our kicking game is a little bit more directional, a little bit more consistency. And as long as we can get the hang time that we need and the distance we need, I mean, he's a really good punter.
You said you two have been in contact a lot over the years, and this finally worked out.
Yeah, we talked back in, I think it was, 16 or 17, and he was just finishing up, and I told him, I was like, hey, if you ever want to come home, you got a spot. And so then I went to the NFL, and he kind of came to the CFL, and so we missed each other there. And then when I took this job, I reached out to him and told him, hey, if you still are having interest and that type of thing, and he had been injured. And so, it just kind of worked out. It was a interesting couple of days, but he's excited about being here. We're excited about having him.
I know you're probably a one game at a time guy like most football coaches are, but when you look at the big picture of the next 4 games, is this a pretty important stretch for your team?
Oh, shit. I mean, we're 2-5. I mean, so of course we got to show up and play great football, and like you said, we got to take one at a time. And you don't want to look too far down the road at anything other than just, hey, let's go to BC and let's play better football than we did last time. Let's go compete our butt off and win a football game.
Thanks, Chris.
All right, thank y'all.
Appreciate it.